Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Listen, we are in dire need of donations to keep these shows running and available for you 24/7. So that means when you're in the car, it's available for you to listen to. Whether you're at work, streaming, playing a game, it's available for you to listen to. Rowing your deed and learning about the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful different topics of Islam. Listen, one of the heaviest deeds that could be placed on your scale on the day of judgment is Sadaqah Jariyah. Yes, I know I'm trying to build deeds daily. So you can too. So listen, feel free and please, from the bottom of your heart, donate to this wonderful cause, wonderful website and platform to continually push out shows that will benefit you and the Muslim Ummah. Yes, you can donate by going to the Sunnahfollowers.net website, pressing the donate tab. You can also scan the QR code in YouTube on the far left top of our videos that are streaming. Listen, guys, this is very important, and take this as important. We want to keep this programming available for you 24/7 so that you have access in your car, anywhere you choose to tune in to this wonderful programming. Yes, guys, it's all at your disposal. So listen, feel free to donate. Once again, remember, Sadaqah Jariyah, one of the heaviest deeds on your scale on the day of judgment. Assalamu alaikum. Join us for the new series here at Sunnah Followers on the book called Termites by Sheikh Muhammad S. Adli, hosted and broken down by Layla Nashiba. Please join us every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, right here on Sunnah Followers.
Join us for this exciting new series on the Caliphate of Abu Bakr.
Another Sunnah Followers exclusive, Not One of Us, written by Sheikh Muhammad S. Adli, broken down and brought to you by host Layla Nashiba. Join us every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, right here on Sunnah Followers.
Was a woman strong in her beliefs, beauty, and knowledge, and held a high position. She was known for her wisdom, her strong devotion to the welfare of those who were needy. There were many ayats of the Holy Quran that were revealed to the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, in her house. She played a significant part of many of the battles that were in Islam. She had the ability to give legal verdicts. Her name was Salama bint Abu Umayyah. Join us every Monday and Wednesday 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central for the show Hirionis of Islam, with your host Layla Nashiba right here on Sunnah Followers.
Inna alhamdulillah wa salat wa salam ala wa rasulullah. Welcome to our first class for tonight. And this is our class entitled, this is our Aqidah class, which is the most important class that we teach here at Sunnah Followers, because this class is all about our belief system. You know, as Muslims, we should regularly check our hearts to assure that our belief system is in accordance to the teachings that our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came with, and not the teachings of someone else, because that's the problem. Remember, the religion will become strange and distorted, and the sunnah will become abandoned and forgotten, because instead of people teaching this beautiful way of life, the way the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught it to us, they'll innovate and do their own thing. So we have to constantly, on a regular basis, check ourselves to make sure that the knowledge that we're gaining is based on the Quran and the authentic hadiths with the understanding of the companions. That part is important. And let me talk about that for a second before I go into the lecture, because I have they've added me here to a lot of groups here of new converts, because I'm not one of those people. Allah makes Muslims, not you, not me. Allah makes believers, not you, not me. I can sit here and preach Aqidah all day and all night. If Allah doesn't turn your heart to the truth, nothing I can do. It'll go in and go out. So I don't sit around trying to get people to convert to Islam, because I know I don't have that power or authority. That's Allah who does that. But once the person converts to Islam, if they're interested in learning about the deen, and they come to me to learn, then I'll take the time to help you to understand the religion. And alhamdulillah, I'm in about 3, I'm looking at them now, 3 new convert groups, 2 of them off of Facebook, and one of them is on another social platform, New Shahadas. And a few of them have asked me, what do I mean when I say with the understanding of the companions? And that's a very good question to ask. And I'm going to explain it to you. Our Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the companions had approached him one day. Every day he would make Fajr. And after Fajr, he would spend time, if they weren't engaged in battle or anything like that. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would first of all interpret the companions' dreams. He'd ask them, does anyone have any dreams they would like me to interpret? This is another miracle. One of the new shahadas here asked me for the Q&A the other day, did the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam have any miracles? And I told her, yes, he had many. And this is also another one too. He was able to interpret dreams. Allah gave that miracle to most all the prophets, had that ability. So he would interpret the people's dreams, and then he'd give them a short lecture. Sometimes the lecture would be longer. Like when he talked about the signs of the last hour, he began at Fajr and went and didn't end until after Isha, okay, because people wanted to know more. But he would advise the companions, answer their questions and all of that. And this is when they were going through some good. They had a break from the Quraysh because of that Hudaybiyah treaty. They weren't fighting with the Quraysh, and they were able to concentrate more on getting the dawah out of trying to explain Islam to the other Arabic tribes. And one of the companions asked the Prophet, he said, "Oh, Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, will things remain good for a while?" And that's when he said, "Oh, you'll go through a moment of where the religion is good, then it'll get back bad again. We'll go have bad times, then we'll have good times again, then we'll have bad times again." And one of the companions asked, "Well, what is it that will cause things to become so bad?" And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the people will deviate as the people turn to Islam, convert upon it. They will not be upon the traditional religion. He said they'll be upon something other than what I've come with, what I've taught you. And their practice won't be what what you are practicing. Their faith won't be like your faith. He said they will introduce things into the religion that I didn't introduce. They'll do the same thing the Jews did. They'll change Allah's laws. They'll use flimsy science, as a means of making things lawful that Allah made haram, and vice versa. And one of the companions said, well, what should we do if we live to see this? He said, stick upon the traditional Islam. The traditional Islam is what I have come to you with. It's what you all are upon now. It's what the first four leaders, he said, is what the first four leaders after me will be upon. Okay? And that's also when Allah sent down the verses of the Quran speaking about how those companions, those original companions, were the best of this nation. And each generation that comes after them will become further and further and further and further away from practicing the traditional Islam. Okay? So this is why, today, look how many generations it's been. It's what, over 1,400 years ago. Okay? So we are so far away from the traditional Islam. We are so far away from practicing what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam came with. And our understanding of the religion is not as it should be either. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam also said the time will come where the people will replace what I say and disregard it. They'll replace my sunnah, the things I said, with fatwa. They will issue Islamic verdicts that go against what I have came here with. And this is what we're doing today. We are living in the days of fatwa. How many of you have heard many speakers, famous speakers, when y'all ask them a question, they tell you to go to a fatwa online website? This is what the Prophet's talking about. They can't answer your questions with what the Prophet said, or what, they'll tell you, well, this sheikh, go to this fatwa, and he said, and you can reckon, you will know when that time is, because the majority of the people will be able to recite the Quran by heart beautifully, but they'll have no understanding of what they're saying, because they won't know what I said, what I told them to do, because they will have abandoned that and replaced that with Islamic verdicts that their men issue. So this is why I say, the traditional Islam is what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam introduced to us. It's what he was upon. It's what his companions were upon, and the ones after them, and the ones after them. That's the correct Islam. Y'all understand? But when you hear it, people look at it like you're strange. I mean, you can see it happening today. Fatwa, Islamic verdicts, everything is haram. They're doing the same thing that the Jews did, making things unlawful that Allah didn't make unlawful. So they'll tell you, for example, since I have sisters here, I'm always going to use the women as an example, because my dawah is directed mostly towards the women here. They'll tell you that because you have become a Muslim now, how many of you new shahadas have been told that you can't wear colors? You can't look beautiful anymore. You can't go out the house in nice clothing. This is not what Allah said. This is not what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. Okay? This is what men have come up with for whatever reasons. I don't understand it. Okay? So you won't know that, because you're learning from these men. They're not teaching you what Ibn Abbas said. They're not teaching you what Aisha radiallahu anha said. They're not teaching you how Salama dressed. They're not telling you that Aisha radiallahu anha wore pink. She wore red. Those were her favorite colors. She mostly wore red and pink. And she had a wool, a fur. At nighttime, she wore a wolfskin fur coat. It wasn't nobody tramps and haggard looking. They're not telling you that Zainab's favorite color was green. Salama, radiallahu anha, she loved blue. The warrior queen, she wore blue, you know. So, you know, if it's haram for you to wear colors, who said that? That's these men's perception. Because the traditional Islam, the women wore every color of the rainbow. In fact, they very seldom wore dark colors. As Aisha radiallahu anha, I went over that hadith with you guys, and Atiyah said the only time any of us ever wore dark colors, we never wore black. We never wore dark colors unless somebody died. When the female companions were mourning the death, they put on black. They didn't walk around in black. They live in the desert. Subhanallah. Black, dark colors attract heat. The lighter the color, the less heat. Common sense. So that's why I tell you guys, when you learn this religion, the correct way to learn it is with the understanding that those original companions had, not what these fatwas tell you. Do you sisters understand what I'm saying? My favorite color is red because I love Aisha. And y'all know how good I look in it. I like black too, because black makes me pop. Y'all see most of my stuff is black. Because black I'm so pale it makes me pop. And I don't live in the desert. I live in cold Cleveland. Cleveland is cold all the time. Okay? So when I say with the understanding of the companions, what I'm saying is, what did they say? How did they tell you to pray? How did they say we can dress? How did they do? How did they do the thing? What they did? You understand now, the newbies? Does it make sense? Yeah, she said yes. They said thank you. It does. It does. Yeah, and that's why when I teach, I use PowerPoint. You know, and now you guys see that I'm sending out summaries too, because everything I teach, I put the PowerPoint up there so you can see that I'm not making anything up. I am teaching you guys directly from out of the authentic hadiths. When I'm doing the story of Salama, radiallahu anha tonight, I have those hadiths right there. And most all the hadiths that I have about the companions come from Bukhari and Muslim and Muwatta. I always give you my source, and I can tell you what my source is. Okay? So, you know, that's why I, as a daya, I don't sit here and just talk. You know, I sit here and use PowerPoint so you guys can see the sources. Bukhari, Muslim, Muwatta, Tirmidhi. So you see Layla's not making up anything. It's not Islam Q&A. It's not what Sheikh come a dime a dozen said. It's not what brother so-and-so said. It's not what Mufti so-and-so said, what sister so-and-so said. It's not what Layla said. It's what's narrated by those original companions, because they were upon the correct belief system. They were upon the correct Aqidah. They understood what we're talking about in this class, El Wala wal Bara. They are our examples. You understand? So that's why I'm always telling you with the understanding of the companions. I don't care what some Islam Q&A websites say. And y'all know I could care less what these celebrity people say, because they ain't got nothing to say. Give me the dalil. Tell me what Aisha said, what Salama said, what Ibn Abbas said, what Ibn Umar said. And that's how I want you guys to be. Okay? Because we are supposed to be protectors of the Sunnah. You know, the Sunnah will become abandoned, forgotten, but there'll be a few people. There'll always be a handful that will try to call you to it. I'd rather be of that handful, and I'd rather be looked at as strange. Oh, she's strange because she's got on makeup. So, who said it's haram? She's strange because she wears colors. So, I'm a stranger. I own it. I bring back the traditional Islam. That's how I can walk into Starbucks dressed the way I'm dressed. And the young girls are wearing hijabs now, trying to dress like me. This is the traditional Islam, when they weren't covering up before because they were told they couldn't wear colors. They were told they couldn't wear makeup. They were told they had to be ugly. You people turn women away. Well, I'm bringing back the Sunnah. And in the wintertime, you don't want to see me because all I wear are fur coats like Aisha, radiallahu anha. My favorite is my foxtail red coat. She wore a red wolf. She had a red wolf skin coat. Layla got a red foxtail, and I wear it. Yeah, I'm bringing it back. Bring back the Sunnah, the real Islam, the traditional Islam, with the understanding of the companions. And they didn't have that understanding that a woman is supposed to be ugly and she can't wear a $10 striped abaya because it's striped. Are you kidding me? Yeah. So you understand, new sisters? All right. Okay, good. All right. So that's why I say that. So let's get started. And that's what this class is all about. El wala wal bara. Allegiance. As Muslims, our allegiance is supposed to be to Allah and to the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If your allegiance is to Allah and your allegiance is to the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you would know that this religion has been perfected for us by Allah. Okay? Allah's made the laws that he made for our betterment. Okay? You will learn this religion like we talked about yesterday. Once you start learning this religion, the correct way, learning it with the understanding of Aisha, with the understanding of all those companions, then you will find pride. You'll be proud to be a Muslim woman. You'll wear your hijab with no problem. You'll walk out that house like I do, knowing that I'm giving real dawah. I'm calling you back to the true Islam. Muslim women are not shabby. Oh, no, not us. And we don't look like nuns. A nun wished they could look like a believing woman. Okay? Knowledge. We talked about that yesterday. Everything begins with knowledge. How do we uphold our allegiance to this religion? We have to first learn it the correct way. Okay. And today we're going to speak about a couple of more things we can do that would help us to develop allegiance and loyalty and love for what we are, Muslims. Okay, so let's put the PowerPoint up on the screen. And for those of you who got the book, which I'm hoping that all of you have the book now, please open it up. We're still on chapter 9. Now, this is one of my favorite chapters of this book so far. This chapter 9 is wonderful because in this chapter, Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid has broken down in this chapter things that we can do that will help us to develop that Muslim identity, that pride that we should have to be a Muslim, to the point that we'll be proud and practice our religion correctly. We talked about how it begins with knowledge yesterday. Well, today, also, once you learn the deen, when you're learning Islamic morality, Islamic character, then we should promote it. Promote our Islamic values, and this will help you to develop a love for this deen. Just like me going into that coffee shop dressed in my $10 nightgown, really, abaya, and my little $10 little hijab. Got the little Muslim girls covering up now. Subhanallah, our value, and they're listening to my classes. They see that it's not a punishment; it's for our protection. And we can be beautiful. We can wear colors. We can do all that as long as we stay within the guidelines of Islam and not transgress Allah's limits. Okay, promote those values, and that'll not only cause you to love your religion, but you are also giving true dawah to other Muslims who may be weak. And also another thing that we can do that will develop that love, we're going to talk about that today too, is to give in charity and help those in need. So let's take a look at this chapter. We're going to talk about Islamic values. El-Wala, which refers to having love, loyalty, allegiance to this religion. Remember, Islam is not just a religion, but it's a wonderful way of life. And when you grasp this way of life and live it, it extends beyond your individual commitment to just actively promote Islamic values for yourself, but also, like I said, you're giving true dawah to your community. You're giving true dawah to society. You don't have to open your mouth at all and speak about Islam. Your behavior says it all. That's what happened too, guys, with Khalid bin Walid. Khalid bin Walid, who was the first cousin of Salama. When Salama, radiallahu anha, married the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that's when her cousin, Khalid bin Walid, who was the greatest general of all times, he was the one that the Quraysh depended on to win their battles. When his first cousin, who he was close to, who he was like a brother to, when she married the Prophet, that's when he started hanging around. He started sneaking into the camp and spying. He started off spying to see. He wanted to know, wait a minute, that's my sister. What's she doing marrying him? He wanted to make sure that no harm was that was coming to her, and also, what she saw. Because he respected Salama. He trained her. They used to spar together as kids and stuff. Okay, he taught her how to defend herself. She was a warrior. Okay. So when he started, sneaking around watching them, he was amazed. He said, look how kind and gentle the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was with his people. Look at how the people respected him. Look at how his wives respect him. My cousin, who's like a sister to me, she's happy because he knew how much Abu Salama meant to her, for her husband Abu Salama to be killed. And she went through a horrific 4 months of mourning. He said, look at my sister. She's happy. Dawah. True dawah is from your behavior, guys. That's what attracted Khalid bin Walid to Islam. And he ended up converting to Islam. Not because of what the Prophet was saying, but because of what he saw, how he saw the men respect him, how the women respected him, how the Prophet was kind and giving and compassionate. That's true dawah. Okay? So if a person promotes the Islamic values that Allah has set up for us, this not only benefits you personally, but the society in general. Because as Muslims, we are compelled that whenever we leave our home, we are representing the entire nation of Muslims. That's why I tell you, sisters, you want to make sure that you look good when you walk out that house. And I'm not talking about looking like Cardi B. I'm talking about looking like a good Muslim woman like I look, okay? I ain't talking about the fake eyelashes. Y'all need to throw them fake eyelashes in the garbage. I'm telling you, they haram. I don't care what nobody told you. I'm a woman. I know better. Them things are haram. We can't go around extending our hair. We can't do that. And there's an alternative to weak lashes. It's called mascara. Okay, so I don't care what these brothers who don't know nothing about a woman telling you, you shouldn't wear them lashes. Throw them away, burn them. It's just like putting a wig on. Okay, I'm talking about everything in moderation. Okay, everything dignified, with humility and balance. Because when you leave out your home, you're representing all the other Muslim women on this planet. Okay, we're supposed to have good behavior. We're supposed to promote compassion, justice, kindness. As a Muslim, we recognize that the things we say can inspire and transform other people's lives. The things we do can inspire and transform other people's lives. As Muslims, we're supposed to become beacons of light that inspire people, not because of what we say, but our actions, our behavior, our lifestyle. You guys understand? This is bringing back the Sunnah. That's how the Dawah spread it. You know, when you read about Islam, those companions, Islam spread all throughout Arabia, throughout Mesopotamia, even across the ocean, not because the companions were setting up booths, arguing and debating with Christians. No, they didn't do that. Islam spread across the world because word got out of our behavior, our morality, how we were the first people to abolish slavery. Under the Caliphate of Umar, slavery was completely abolished from the Arabian lands, okay, the Muslim lands. So our morality and character is how this religion spread, not the sword and not by sitting around being like the Christians trying to sell your religion to people, okay? We're supposed to be people of empathy. We're supposed to have concern for our fellow human beings. Okay? Remember, wala wal bara. We can live together, but we don't hang out together. If I see that my neighbor is going through a hard time, she got 2 kids, she got laid off from her job, she has no food to feed her children. When I make a big pot roast, I'm going to take some of it over there to her and say, here, I made a pot roast. This is something for you and the kids. Or I made some cookies and I figured your children would like some. Okay? So we deal with the non-believers from a distance. We're not mean to them. We're not cruel to them. We have compassion for them, just like we show compassion for a dog if it needed water. Okay, so we're supposed to be fair and just. All of that is from the Islamic values that Allah imposes upon us. We're supposed to walk the earth in humility. I'm always saying that. Dignity and balance. And when ignorant people address us, we're supposed to turn away from them, not sit there and argue with them. And this is a question that one of the new shahadas asked me. She said that she's a secretary and she went to work one day and one of her co-workers said, it's just weird how you you dress the way you dress now. You got to be burning up. And she said, I don't know why you embarked upon that crazy religion. She referred to her religion as being crazy. So she told me, she said, Sister Layla, I didn't want to argue with her or debate with her because I know of her. I know that she's a woman that likes to argue. She said, so I just walked away. Did I commit a sin? She said, because somebody else told me that I should have checked her. I said, no, you did the right thing. Allah tells us in the Quran, turn away from the ignorant people. I told her, you already said that you know that she's a woman that likes to go there. You did the right thing just walking away from her. Why go there with her? Why jeopardize your job for some ignorant non-believer, okay, who doesn't even know that the more clothes we wear, the cooler we are? She doesn't even know the basics of science. So just turn away. So this is what Islam teaches us as Muslims. Turn away from the ignorant. Don't sit there arguing with them. They come at you with harshness. You reply with words of gentleness and walk away. Have a good day and walk away. Thank you and walk away. No thank you and walk away. So these verses, this verse of the Quran here, this is a verse of the Quran. Allah says, and the servants of Allah, they walk the earth in humility and calmness. And when the foolish address them with bad words, they reply with mild words of gentleness. This verse here is letting us know that for those of us who do believe in Allah, who do fear him and have allegiance to him, we're going to show our love for this religion by turning away from these ignorant people. They could hurt you. Okay? Two wrongs don't make a right. You don't allow someone else to pull you down to their level. As Muslims, we're supposed to showcase positive characteristics. And we're supposed to balance our characteristics with grace and patience. Okay? This is how you end up gaining the respect of others. Whereas that co-worker, like you already said, nobody respects her. She has a reputation of being argumentative. She has a reputation of always having something bad to say. Nobody respects her, but they'll respect you because you walked away from her and didn't give in to it. All right? The promotion of Islamic values, again, is not limited to just our tongue, but it really shows through our actions. And this is why, as Muslims, we participate in acts of service while striving to improve our communities. When we talk about distancing ourselves from the non-believers, that doesn't mean that we stay in our houses and not do anything. And I'm talking to the brothers. This is for the brothers, not you sisters. You women need to stay in your houses. But for you brothers out there, you're the ones that's supposed to go out into the world and spread the truth in a nice way, like the companions did. And how did they spread the truth? Through their acts of charity, through the way they helped others. Subhanallah, do that. Let them see, yes, we're Muslim, but we're not terrorists. We'll give a helping hand. I'll help you bring your groceries in the house. You see a man working in his yard, I'll help you. This is how we spread the dawah. And this is how we change the misconceptions that the non-Muslims have about us. Remember, as Muslims, we're all about change. Allah says he will never help a people until those people take the steps to change the condition of themselves. So as Muslims, we become agents of positive change. due to our commitment to Allah, our commitment to the Islamic values of helping your brother man, helping your fellow human. And this in turn will motivate and inspire others to do the same. Okay? So, how do we develop love and allegiance and affection for our religion? Learning those Islamic values, implementing them, and then promoting them out in the community. Subhanallah. Like I did with the Starbucks girls. I mean, I don't go anywhere. You guys know I stay home. Only place I go is a Starbucks, but I make sure I'm looking good because I know 5 of those girls that work in there are Muslim and they weren't covering up or practicing. Now they all covering up. And they in here listening to my lectures while they work the cash register. They got me on the phone listening and learning and developing a sense of pride for being a Muslim instead of the shame that they had before due to ignorance. Also, guys, the expression of affection and allegiance to Allah's religion, it has a profound effect, upon our communities. Again, we can change the world the same way those companions did. Islam began in the desert with the Bedouins. And then the Muslims were the ones that defeated the Roman Empire. Then the Romans converted. Then the Persians converted. And then it went across to North Africa, to Spain, all of that. Subhanallah, because the Muslims made a positive difference in the world. And everything was based on the teachings of that Quran. Subhanallah. Remember, guys, Allah tells us in the Quran, in the interpretation, the meaning, help one another in righteousness. Do not help one another in sin or transgression. Allah speaks about the importance of Muslims working together to promote goodness. Muslims working together, to do to away with that which is bad and dirty. We're supposed to support each other in this. But it also warns against helping one another to do wrong. If you want to sell drugs, don't think you're going to come and ask me to help you with that. You want to steal from the job. Me and you work together. We're Muslims. We work at the same company. This happened to me. This is a real life story. One of the daggone my co-workers was a Muslim, and my co-worker was stealing the funds of my client. I saw him. He had the nerve to say, sister, you want to divide this up? I said, no, I'm getting ready to report your behind. That's what I told him. I said, either you put my client's money back, or I will go down to HR and I'll report you and turn you in. You don't steal from these indigent clients. He said, but we brother and sister. I said, no, we're nothing. We're on opposite sides of the track. Because this Allah doesn't like a thief. Allah doesn't like a liar. And neither does Layla Nashiba. I told him, so you got 5 seconds to put my husband, this was my client that thought he was my husband. I said, you got 5 seconds to put my husband's money and his body wash, because I bought him body wash. And I bought the body wash. Put my husband's, and it was Old Spice. Now that shows, I just thought about it. I had bought my client some Old Spice body wash and body spray. That stuff is cheap. You can go to the dollar store and get it. And this grown idiot in my client's room stealing his money and his body wash. I told him, you got 5 seconds to put it back. I said, and I bought that body wash. So this is how we roll as Muslims. We don't support each other in sin. We work together in what is good and clean. But what is bad and dirty, I'm not going to help you in that. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to put it back, or I'm turning you in. Okay, that's how we have to roll. We're all about justice, even if it's against ourselves. Okay. And also, another way we develop love for this religion is not only by helping each other to do good, and not only, by educating ourselves of the values of this religion and then just showing it in our behavior, but also by participating in charitable activities, donating our time, our money, and talents to good causes. But let's talk about that. Again, everything with balance. This part of Bara, a lot of Muslims here in America went to the extreme right with, to prove that we are a people of justice, to prove that we can live in this country and get along with the non-Muslims, and we're peaceful. We don't sit there and join the platform of the LGBTQ community. This is a big fitna that I see going on. Even here where I live, I see some of the masajid, that means masjids, some of the masjids here where I live, okay? They got ministers and rabbis coming in talking about how we all get along. People have the right to be gay, which they do. And you're going to sit there as a Muslim taking pictures too, to say that Islam is on board too. We advocate peace too. No. Bara. That means we distance ourselves. We distance ourselves from anything that opposes our Islamic values. I'm not going to hurt you because of your choice to be LGBTQ, but I'm not going to sit up on no platform and say I'm representing Islam as a way of peace. No, this is a sacrilege. This is one of the worst crimes a human can do, is to lay with the same gender. That's against everybody's religion. Allah destroyed a whole nation of people. So no. I'm going to distance myself from you. That means I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to come and speak. I'm not going to sit there and take pictures with you. I'm going to let it be known. We Muslims do not believe in that. We Muslims are totally against that. But that doesn't mean we're going to come blow your church up. We ain't going to go around and kill people. But we are going to totally distance ourselves from it, and our children and our community from that. Our community will not be a part of that. So a lot of Muslims take that part of and turn it around into another way. And it's happening in a lot of masajids, not just where I live, but everywhere in America. And this is not how we're supposed to be. We do not compromise our Islamic values for anything. Okay? We're going to participate in charitable activities, but those charitable activities cannot be activities that go against Islam. If you're going to have a walk on human rights, we're going to have a civil rights walk. But that civil rights walk is also advocating that LGBTQ have their rights. We don't participate in that. Y'all understand that? We're not going to participate in that. Okay? But if it doesn't impose, if it doesn't contradict our belief system, then we'll be there. We'll march with you. But we ain't marching to nothing that contradicts our Islamic values. Everybody understand that? And we also volunteer to help others. I don't need no payment. We'll come and work the pantry. And alhamdulillah, this is something that all the masajids are doing that I know of. They have this food pantry thing to feed the poor. donate their time, donate their money to help those non-Muslims and Muslims alike who can't help themselves. So we do that type of stuff. But again, long as it doesn't contradict our Islamic values. And I hope this is clear. All right. Also, remember, as Muslims, we are all about justice. Islam is all about justice. We promote justice. We promote equality. We promote respect. We speak out against discrimination, oppression. But again, you don't sit there and speak out against discrimination and throw in the LGBTQ too. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. You don't sit out there and say, Black Lives Matter, and we're going to throw in how the LGBTQ have the right to go into the bathroom with your women. A man can go in. No, no, no. We don't do that. Okay. And finally, another thing that we do as Muslims that can help us to develop love for this religion is, again, to be united together with each other. And this is a problem here in America too. We have so many masajids, so many masjids, 100 masjids in one city, 15 masjids where I live, 15 masjids in one city. We should become united. We should work together. We should work together and open up pantries and stuff like that, together. Not isolating ourselves, not separating ourselves based on madhab and based on he's a Hanafi, he's a this, or based on that's a person's an innovator and a deviator, and you don't even know what an innovator is. Because that brother, wears his pants, a little bit too long. Why are you calling him an innovator? Maybe he doesn't know that he should pull the pants to the top of the shoe. Maybe nobody's educated him. Okay, so this is something else too. We need to work together and become united and become as one and work together, and that'll help us to develop love for our religion and love for each other. Islam is all about unity. We talked about how significant Hajj is. The non-Muslims watch every year, and they're amazed at how millions of us from all over the world come together, different races, different colors, different languages, different social platforms, and we all dress the same and make that Hajj. So we have to show unity, showing unity with each other. When we pray, the way we pray is unlike the unbelievers. We stand ankle to ankle, shoulder to shoulder, and we stand together and pray. SubhanAllah, showing that type of unity will also help to strengthen our love for this religion. It's all about solidarity, guys. As Muslims, we're supposed to stand strong, stronger than any union. I retired and I was a union steward. We was all about solidarity. They were all about solidarity. And they could all come together. Even the Ku Klux Klan part of Ohio would all come together around negotiating time. That used to always amaze me. Here it is, contract negotiation time. Southern Ohio is the Ku Klux Klan territory. Even those correction officers, they march in dressed in their uniform, and they stand next to the Black developmental centers where I work and say, "We're united." Ho ho! Then they would say, "Layla Nashiba, we want these rights in our contract." And I would be like, "Whoa, they done took those Klans stuff off." Oh yeah. Those correction officers, they'd walk in dressed up, and stand right there next to the developmental and mental health, because I worked in mental health, the developmental and mental health facilities, which were mostly Black people or Muslims like me and stuff. They would come and stand with us then. When it was contract negotiating time, they put that hatred against Arabs and Muslims and Blacks and Spanish. Them corrections COs would throw that crap out the door, and they stand there united in solidarity because they wanted their vacation leave. They wanted their personal leave. They wanted their bereavement leave. SubhanAllah. See, the Kafirs know how to play the game, but we Muslims don't. You know, we need to show solidarity. But no, we won't show it because that mosque, they're innovators. That mosque, they're deviators. That sister over there, she don't wear black. That sister over there got her face covered. So we got all this animosity towards each other. We can't do like the COs and the unions do. Stand together. They even hold hands. Talk about burning your house down later, but they hold hands with the black people to get that those contracts negotiated. See, the non-Muslims got a little bit more intelligence than we have, you know. All right, so we're going to stop right here for today. So what are some things that we can do that will help us to develop love for our religion to the point that we practice it? Besides, first of all, seeking knowledge of it, okay? We have to learn it and learn the Islamic morality, the Islamic values, and then implement those values in our life. Show him when we walk out the house. When you leave the house, you're representing every Muslim woman, every Muslim man on this earth. So you want to have the best behavior. You want to speak eloquently. You don't want to be hip-hopping down the street like the hip-hoppers, Snoop Dogg and them. Okay? You want to also support what's good and be against what's bad. If you see another human being that needs help, you're going to help them. You're going to be charitable. You're going to be just. If you see another Muslim doing something that he shouldn't do, you're going to stop him and say, "Nuh-uh, this ain't Islam. I don't support you on that crap." Putting this stuff into effect will help you to develop love for your religion. And when you get that love for your religion, then your identity becomes embedded within you, and you will wear your hijab. You will grow your beard. You will obey Allah because of you will have that allegiance to him. All right? Okay, any questions or comments? Any questions or comments? Oh, okay, yes. The sister here is asking me about, yes, tonight at 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll have the story of Salama Part 3, radiallahu anha. I'll be doing the story of Salama Part 3. Yeah, no quiz today. I didn't give y'all a quiz today. I'm saving it for tomorrow because this stuff y'all basically knew. But tomorrow I'm going to see if y'all can put it with that. Yeah. Hold you on your toes. Yeah. Yeah. And all, yes, that one too. Exactly. The sister here is asking about the other book she got. Okay. Yes. This book, guys, that's tonight too. Let me tell y'all how I'm doing that. To make it easier on myself, so I don't have to sit here all night long doing videos and PowerPoint and all that. It just was too much. I have to strike the balance. And so what I'm doing is the class on beware. I do it immediately because it's just one hadith. And it's only a 10-minute class. So I'll do that right after the 9 o'clock class. So on the schedule, I put 10 o'clock. Because that'll give me time for questions and answers about Salama, but it's immediately after that class. If we done at 9:30, it will be at 9:30. You guys understand? Because it's just one hadith that I'll go over, I'll explain it and give you the meaning of it, and that's it. Yeah, and I hope you guys are memorizing these hadiths, the meaning, and applying them. You new shahadas. Yeah, she said she likes that class. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. This one, the beware. Let me show it again. He said, which book is it? Okay, this is the book. I got the thing. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, that yeah. You can go to Atlee online. Remember all the books. Where I didn't have my caption on today. Yeah, all the books can be purchased by going to atleeonline.com. And if you have a problem, get where the books don't come, email him directly. Yeah. Whatever email address that he has on his website, email him if you didn't get the book. You didn't get the book and you ordered it. Okay, send him an email. For those of you who did order, and that's termites. Termites is a PDF. It's only $2. You can download the termites. If you didn't get the other books of his, just send him an email to that Islamic Center of Columbia. Yeah, send him an email to the Islamic Center of Columbia. And let them know that you didn't get the book. Yeah. Yeah, the other book, the Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid's, is on Amazon. Go to Amazon.com and type in Diluting. I thought I had a thing for that. I guess I don't. Here it is. Yeah. This is his book name. Diluting Wala Bara, Kareem Abu Zaid. That's his name. And it's $19.99 on Amazon.com. You need to buy the book because this book should be a part of everybody's library. And when I send out the summaries, you guys see the summaries on Facebook? For all the classes, we're putting up, I post up the summaries. Print them out. You can print those summaries out and then attach them to that chapter. So that way, when you reread the book, or you're teaching to your children, you get to chapter 9 or whatever chapter we're on, you have my summarized notes that you can use to explain. You have the video you can watch on YouTube, and then you have those summarized notes that you can help you to understand and explain to the kids. Yeah. So get the book. That the children need to learn what it means to have allegiance. Y'all see Dr. Dramali came in here yesterday and none of my students could answer the question. Wasn't that pathetic? And that was from the first book, Get to Know Your Lord. Remember, we went over that 3 months ago. The first book of Kareem Abu Zaid's, Get to Know Your Lord. You guys should know what the Shahada means. He asked, what are you testifying to? What are you testifying to that you believe about Allah? My students couldn't answer. And they should have known that, these old women. But it took Israel. Israel remembered the answer. You're testifying that you believe in all those articles of faith that Allah said we're supposed to believe in. Okay? Yeah, so you need these books. Don't get the PDF. You need the books because that way you can review and read them and go over them with your kids. Yeah. Yeah, you got it written down? Okay, good. Wait a minute. Let's shake. Wait a minute. Yeah, Dr. Asim. Yeah. By the way, guys, keep Dr. Asim in your supplications. He had some heart issues again. Y'all know he has angina. And I think he had another angina attack. So keep him in your dua. And again, guys, please support this dawah effort. I mean, if you enjoy coming here to learn Islam in its truthfulness with the understanding of the companions, which is the correct understanding, the only understanding we should have, please support this dawah effort. You can scan the QR code there. And don't forget the SunnahfollowersShop. By the way, I ordered the clock. It should be here tomorrow. I can't wait to see that clock. Did y'all know I got the clock? We have clocks on there. Yeah, let me see if you can. This is the clock. Y'all see that Sunnahfollowers clock is 6 different kinds. I ordered the square kind, so I can put it in my office that I'm making. But yeah, and they got it on sale. The thing about the shop is everything, they have sales every week. I think everything's 15 or 20% off now because I only paid $25 for the clock. The clock I got, I only paid $25 for, and I got the mug because you know I like my my coffee and stuff. So I got the mug for like $20. Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff, and I got phone cases too. I'm gonna order this next, y'all. This is on sale too. The iPhone case. You see that? The black iPhone case, and it's got the Sunnahfollowers logo on it. This is the 15 or something. They different prices depending on what kind of phone you got. They got the Samsung case too. And it's on sale because I said I'm going to get the Samsung case because I got a black case. It's just like the one I got, but let me show y'all. But the one I got is black, just like that. But it to have that logo would be sharp. And the thing I like is this, the back part. Let me show y'all that front part. I'm going to take my screen down. So I'm getting ready to order that case too. I got the clock and the mug. I'm going to order the case, inshallah. But let me show y'all. How do I take my stuff down? Just to show y'all this right quick. Okay, can you see my phone? Y'all see this part of the phone? It's just like that case, but like if somebody were to call me or text me, everything shows up there. This if I get a text message, it comes there. Somebody call me, their name comes there. That's how that case is too, except that case and it's the same type of velvety, and it's scratch proof. It protects your phone from getting scratched or it broke, but it's got the Sunnahfollowers online logo there. Yeah, so I'm gonna order that, inshallah. The phone, I got the Galaxy phone, but they go the cases for Galaxy phones, you know, iPhones, whatever type of phone you got. Yeah, so that's the new thing, and it's on sale now. It's not $81; it's on sale. I don't know why. And then of course, don't forget we got the for you brothers and sisters. This is uni because one of the sisters got one for herself too. Her and her son. Women can. This is the black logo. It's got the Sunnahfollowers gold, black and gold on the front, and it's got the other logo of Sunnahfollowers on the back. Okay. And this is the mug I got. I got the tall one. This is the Sunnahfollowers mug. I got the 17-ounce one. And it's on sale because I only paid $20 for it. Yeah. And of course, the thermal. This is the other Sunnahfollower, the design on the back of the, y'all see this, the Kaaba and the mosque? That's on the back of the hoodie. The front has the circle, and then the back has that. And of course, the tote bags. Y'all see the tote bags? We got the cross bags, cross shoulders. They're on sale. But every week they put this stuff on sale. Last couple weeks ago was 50% off because one of the sisters told me that she caught the 50% off sale. I said, they had 50 off? Yeah, I said, well, good. So, mashallah, check out our shop. And I'm going to give y'all what's the direct link to it? Here it is. This is the shop. Scan that on your phone. That'll take you right to the shop. And I'm going to add some more stuff, inshallah, guys. I just haven't had the time because all I do is design the stuff and they make it. And we get, how much we get to Fresno? We get 30% royalties. 30% of the royalties go to our website to pay for our expenses here. And then the rest is there. So they make everything. I just picked the design. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm going to get that thing for my phone, inshallah. Yeah. So that's, just trying to come up with ways for us to earn, donations. It costs $2,000 a month to run this website. And you guys know I have to pay that brother $250 a month to do our social media content. And I'm paying him out of my pocket. So, and I don't have no money. So this is a lot. It's costing a lot to run this website. So I'm just trying to come up with ways for us to get donations, Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to log out because it's time for me to pray, and I'll be back on at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the part 3 of the story of Salama. You guys are going to love it. And then I'll do the hadith for the Beware class. So, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka. Look at that clap. Wow, 2 booty legs. Karen, get up out my bed. Karen, get up. Get out of my bed. Get. Oh, God. I just washed that, and I got to wash it again with his cat hair. Karen.